like it. What is up everyone, and welcome back to a brand new vlog. It has been a while since I've vlogged. There's been a lot that's been going on. A lot more shows have started due to COVID slowly dying down. But yeah, back on the camera and back in a new car. And for once, you might be surprised, I know nothing about this. About 3 months ago, me and Dad took out the GR Yaris as maybe in a replacement for his Cayman. However, with everything going on, the GR wouldn't have arrived until at least this time next year, which is a long wait. However, today we are in, like I told you, a car that I do not know anything about. However, I am very happy to be inside. If I introduce you to Dad, as he will introduce you more about the car, which is
the I30N, the new updated version.
Right, so the plan was to do a little walk around the car. However, classic, when I try and do a vlog, it starts raining. We would have been mic'd up and everything. However, we are cooped up inside the I30N. So, I do not know anything about this. What do I need to know?
So, obviously I sold the Porsche Cayman, just not driving the car enough, so there was no point in keeping it. I ordered a GR Yaris for next year, but was told it was going to be June 2022 at least, and I've heard they've even been put back further than that. So,
and that hurts me because
you wanted me to get a GR Yaris.
Still, the GR Yaris to me is the best hot hatch. I'm obsessed with it, as a lot of you will know. Dad getting a red one, it would have been perfect, wouldn't it? We would have made so many videos. However, this, I mean, we're not going to wait over a year for a car that will probably die down, and there was supposed to be a new one, wasn't there? Yeah. To come out. So.
I'm going to be controversial. This is better than the GR Yaris. As a better all-round package, it's a better car to have. So I took out the Hyundai I30N out for a test drive a few weeks ago, and I finally got Josh to come back in it. My car's on back order, so should have been here at the end of July, but will hopefully be here early September. So this is the reworked version of the i30N, so it's up by 5 brake horsepower to 285, although I already know that people are dynoing these brand new versions and they're reaching 305 brake horsepower. So that's quite impressive actually.
What was the Porsche?
275. So this is more powerful than the Porsche out the box. 285 according to Hyundai, but as I say, people are dynoing them around 305 at the moment.
That's crazy.
That's quite consistent, those numbers
amazing,
as well.
Yeah.
Yes, it's pretty cool. Front wheel drive, obviously. It's got a electronic differential, locking differential, launch control. Now this is the brand new thing though, which the original i30N never had. This does not have a normal gear stick. This is the 8-speed DCT. And I didn't want this at all. I didn't want an 8-speed DCT. Having had the Porsche with flappy paddles, I decided that I want to go back to a manual to get the real driving experience. But then I took out this and unfortunately fell in love with the 8-speed DCT. It is sublime. It's unbelievable. I think, honestly, the only other gear change that I've experienced myself was the 488 GTB we had in Dubai. Yeah. And this thing shifts like that. It's so quick, so smooth. When you put it into the various different N modes, as you've already experienced, it really does bring the car alive, and the shifts change. And I think the reason I said this is a better package than the GR Yaris is the GR Yaris is phenomenal to drive. I mean, we drove it down the same roads we're driving this today.
Same place, but we had great fun with that. I think for me personally, if I had to be honest with myself, the GR doesn't sound good.
It sounds like a hairdryer. No, it doesn't sound that good.
However, being in this, I think that's my favourite part of it.
It sounds ridiculous.
It sounds incredible.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's been mapped, some crazy exhaust put on. It's stock, isn't it?
It's a stock exhaust.
It's amazing.
The pipes are this big. And the incredible thing is you just turn them off with a button. The fascia or dash and everything that Josh will show you later is pretty impressive. The way you can change everything to suit you as a driver.
Yeah. Well, we noticed the steering.
Yeah,
If the steering too hard, we just move it down. It makes
and
it lighter.
suspension was too hard, so we've turned that down.
Right, so now I'll show you guys the whole custom bit of the car where you can change the lightness of the steering wheel, the stability. What you have to do is go on the star, and here you've got this. This is where you can go on like the performance and everything, and well, that's launch control. But if you go on custom, as you can see, I am not driving, but if I was to show Dad, suspension can move up and again, but we don't want that because Dad does not like it. So we'll quickly go back. For example, you've got the exhaust sound. I don't know why you would turn it down. Engine, transmission, steering, ESC, all of that, technical terms, but that is a very cool design, I think, or like graphic bit they've got where you can just move them up and down, literally like a game. I mean, to have all of that, I think that's impressive.
We've kept the exhaust as loud as it goes, and it really is loud.
I mean, some days we don't like our neighbours, so we'd put the exhaust on. Some days, you know, they're alright, so we'll let them off this time. Yeah. I mean, the amount of cars that now come down our road, as you know, working with petrol hedonism, having an Aventador wake you up in the morning, you can imagine a lot of our older neighbours cannot appreciate the sound of it. But I mean, this car's gonna definitely annoy them. For sure.
Well, I'll make sure I'll turn it on in normal mode. I mean, that's the other thing as well, is the breadth of ability this car has. Yeah. So it's 5-door, it's got a huge boot.
It's massive in the back.
The Yaris didn't.
Even though we don't use the back, but it's
got a lot of room for camera gear.
Yeah, it's very good actually.
It's got the N sport seats, so if you'd see over my shoulder, these things light up.
Yeah, so right here in night time, so however today we have just got this car for a few hours in the light. They do light up at night time. When the car is off as well.
Yeah, and they are
cool little feature.
Super comfortable. I mean, I thought that the say belts that I had in my Abarth cars, I had a set of carbon fibre say belts in my Abarth, and they were really good. But these are super comfortable.
Yeah, they are really
grip
good,
you perfectly. It's Alcantara and leather, whether it's real leather, I'm not so sure. But no, it's got lots of features. It's got a decent sounding stereo, although rather annoyingly it keeps playing Snowflakes.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is all about.
I don't know why you'd want to listen to that. I mean, yeah, this is the launch spec.
Yeah, so this is in performance blue. This particular car. In fact, this car is exactly as I've ordered.
And for me personally, when I first saw this, I mean, as you could imagine, being a supercar nerd, listening to a Hyundai it would bore me. So when I first saw pictures of this, I immediately said, if you're gonna get one, you get it in the launch spec, which you listened and you've done the right decision, because I think any other colour kind of is boring and it blends in normal stuff. As soon as you put it in this launch spec, I mean, it matches with the flappy, what are these?
So we've got two driver modes in the performance blue. So you've got two buttons. One's the drive mode.
Same in blue, stitching's blue.
Yep. Ties in the DCT gear stickers.
Yes, yeah, so it all goes well.
Ties in with the colour of the car. Which it doesn't on the other colours, so it doesn't make sense.
It's a nice light blue as well. Yeah. It's not a vibrant one. It matches well. I think it goes well. I like the spec a lot.
Okay, so you've got various different driver modes within the car, which is why I think it has this breadth of capability. So you've got Eco. I'm not ever going to probably use that, but actually it drops the car down from 285 brake horsepower to about 220. And it's very quiet. It's a normal hatchback. It drives like a normal hatchback. Then you've got normal mode. Normal mode is for average driving, okay, so just around town, etc. And then you've got the sport mode, which tightens everything up a little bit, makes everything a little bit more responsive. And then you've got the N mode,
which gives you the full
beams. The N mode is quite phenomenal because again you can change all of that. We've already seen on the new 10-inch screen that you can actually change the various different settings in the N mode, and in fact I've already customised it to myself. The suspension was too hard and the steering was too sharp. I mean, it was literally every crease of the road it would almost do that, whereas you just turn it down a notch and it's absolutely sublime. One incredible feature that this DCT, this 8-speed gearbox has got, is the N grin shift. which is this little button over here called the NGS. What this does, gives you absolutely every bit of power in the car for 20 seconds flat out if you want to overtake, if you're on a track, if you're racing around a track to overtake people, etc. You've then got, I think, about a minute or so to wait until it resets itself. You can't then use it again.
So if you've ever played Need for Speed, it's when you get your nitro, you have a bit of fun, and then you have to wait a little bit, which is I think that's a very cool feature. The fact you have to wait for it is like a proper
I can use it again.
in-game moment.
Okay, so this is the in-green shift. So this gives you 20 seconds of boost. Literally, everything tightens up. The suspension goes rock solid. The exhaust goes loud as I've ever heard it.
And there we go. It's over.
It's crazy. But the cool thing
like
is if you don't use the full 20 seconds, so you only use 10, you can still use the next 10 straight away.
That's Need for Speed for you. Yeah, that's very cool.
It's pretty cool.
I think that's a very cool feature they've got in there. And I've not heard that from, I don't know any other car that does that.
No, I don't. Well, apart from maybe a Porsche. I think some of the Porsches have this like overdrive system, I think it's called, or something similar to that.
Very cool.
Yeah.
But other than that, as much as we wanted to walk around the car, it is tracking it down. Even though it has cleared up a bit,
We probably could do it now.
we could probably go for a bit of a better drive now. I think the main thing, I just want you guys to hear this car when it bubbles, cracks, pops, bangs, everything. It's so good. I reckon we get going, do as much as we can, and then hopefully, if anything, this is a video just us talking. Give it a month and it will be Dad's.
Fingers crossed.
Even though in the YouTube titles it will say we, but you will understand why. And then we can make loads of videos from it, so very excited. We've got it. Let's go.
Doesn't half sound good. This is better than the Abarth, and that was good. The Monza exhaust on my Abarths were pretty awesome, to be perfectly honest. Especially the Series 1 Abarth Monza, because that was the loudest. But this is way louder.
This is definitely louder, yeah.
Way louder.
So, a massive thank you to Ken Brown Motors at the Letchworth Hyundai dealership for loaning us the I30N. Now, I've enjoyed it, and I've also enjoyed learning about it, as I knew nothing about it apart from the name and the colour, and I am very impressed. However, this video will just be a simple us taking it out for like the first time. However, hopefully in September, Dad will get this car and we can then make loads and loads more videos. I cannot wait to record the sound of this through proper tunnels. And yeah, we'll go from there. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, please share and subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you guys in the next video.